Okay, getting this HE351 rebuilt, finally getting after it. And the rebuild kit I got from Turbo Labs America is actually pretty complete, and I like it. There's the part number. I don't know if that's helpful. I just got it off Amazon. It had 2 days shipping, and I didn't have to worry about would it come here in a week or 2 weeks or whatever. And so the one thing I do like about it is these little seals, these little metal seals that go on the shaft. Actually, the ones that came out, see how the ends are flat, and when they press together, they're just flat. I don't have the ones that I installed already, but they actually overlap. And so that makes an even better seal. So I was kind of impressed with that. All the seals seem to be of good quality. I don't know, everything seems to be good replacement parts. There's all new bolts as well, so you don't have to worry about new O-rings. I mean, it's just full of everything. So for $100, it was a good kit. The difference is, one of the differences is in this, I don't know what this arm is called. I don't have the parts list in front of me, but when you look at his that he's rebuilding, and that's an HE351 VE as well, he said, see how the bolt is oriented upwards, and mine is oriented to the side. Okay, and this is actually how I took it out. When I took it out, these letters were up, and I took it out just like this. So it went in to the bearing housing just like that. Even if you flip it over, it's still sideways. See what I mean? So it has to go this way. So you actually access this bolt through this hole right here. When this is installed right here, you access that bolt through here. So it's a little bit more of a pain. And I think this is I don't know what year model this is, but I think this is an improvement. It just makes it a lot easier. Okay, so that's one of the differences I found that were a little annoying. And I don't know if this one has more or less play. That one seems to have a little less play, a little less rock. So I'm not sliding it, I'm just rocking it side to side. Compared to the one I took out with 80,000 miles on it. The one I took out with 80,000 miles has play like, I don't know, it looks like it's a little bit more. And it looked excessive compared to, in his video, he's talking about check these for wear. And I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know if there's a spec for this, but that just looked like a lot, so I went ahead and ordered a new nozzle, and there is a little bit less play. When I tried to measure it holding a caliper, there was a small difference, but not a real super noticeable difference. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put the new nozzle in though. Okay, so we're going to go here to System Test Miscellaneous Functions. We're going to click this drop-down menu and click Basic System Tests. Sorry, this is outside. It's probably not going to come out very well because of the reflection and the glare. It's just going to suck. I'm going to click Initiate. And that brings up this drop-down menu, which will have what we're looking for further down here. So we're going to click the arrow over here on the right. We click that. That'll drop this down. We're going to scroll down to VGT actuator pre-align. Okay, we're going to click OK. And this says, make sure the coolant's drained, make sure it's off. Failure of the actuator resulted the removal step is not completed prior to continuing turbocharger. And we have it off. And it's off down there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's sitting on the side. And so that's fine. We're going to click OK, or just hit enter, click OK. And it says, this is the confusing part. It says, please click next, the next button. That's a little right arrow. Well, I'm looking all over for 10 minutes for a next button, and I can't find one. The next button is this right arrow though, and that's right up here by the done button. It's that right arrow button right there. Okay, so a little bit not very intuitive, but that's what they want. So you heard it made a noise. It says install complete. Press the done button when you wish to stop the test. Install complete. So we're going to go back up here and click done. And test completed successfully. And we'll come back in just a minute. What I'm going to do is install it. I'm going to leave the key on so that it doesn't move. And then I'm going to install it, and then we'll proceed. Okay, now we're going to look at another test. So we're going to still go under basic system tests. Come over here to initiate. Click that. That'll bring up this drop down menu again. And we'll click that little arrow right there. That'll bring up this. And we're looking for pre-actuator self-calibration. That'll come out there. Focus someday. There we go. So that's the second test we're going to do. We're going to just hit enter on that. It says VGT actuator self-calibration. We want to make sure we're doing the right test because we don't want to click the first one with the VGT actuator installed. And so I just got it installed and it's torqued to spec. And so we're going to go ahead and click OK on the self-calibration. Come on, focus. It's not going to focus. Okay. Now the weird thing is it brings up this same VGT actuator self-calibration instructions, and it says here, please ensure the coolant has been drained and the VGT actuator has been removed from the turbocharger. Failure of the actuator will result if the removal step was not completed. So that's really for the first part. The second part, this doesn't apply because the VGT actuator has to be installed for the self-calibration option. So we're going to just go ahead and click OK or hit enter. Now it says here again, please click the next button to begin the test or the done button to exit. VGT actuator self-calibration status. It says install complete. I haven't done it yet. I've done it once already, and I think that's why it says complete, because I haven't gotten out of the software and restarted it again. But we're going to go ahead and do it again. So I'm going to go ahead and click the right arrow here. We're going to see if it makes any noise. Okay, so it made some noise, and it says VGT actuator self-calibration status, calibration complete. We're going to click the done button right here. Sorry, I'm not getting in the picture. And then it says test completed successfully. Okay, so I'm going to continue with the installation, and hopefully we'll get it fired up in a couple hours here and see what it does. Hopefully it'll run. Okay, turbo's back in. I think everything's hooked up. If I see stuff gushing anywhere, I'll know I missed something. Oil line in, oil line out, coolant line in, coolant line out. Exhaust, intake, intercooler. So we're going to start it, see what it does. Okay, key on. Okay, that noise I haven't heard in a long time. All right. Did the wait to start light go out? Okay, go ahead and start it. Nothing crazy is coming out of the exhaust pipe, that's good. All the gauges look okay. Yeah, we're going to have some DTCs for sure.
Loading new gauges.
Charging. There's no boost. Go ahead and raise it to 2,000 RPM. Okay. Turn the exhaust brake on. Okay, go ahead and raise it to 2,000 RPM again. All right. What's up? One of 7. The 2262 again. Okay. So I don't know if these are old codes or new codes. So that's cruising at 65. The exhaust brake is on. I'm going to turn up here in just a little bit. And I'll let the gas off right now. Okay. All gauges look good. Cruising right about 65. Cruise control on. Boost less than what it was when my VGT was stuck. 5 pounds of boost. 1600 RPM. And 64 miles an hour. So I just wanted to see when the exhaust brake kicked off. I've never really paid attention to these things, but I know as I'm decelerating to a near stop, it kicks off at right around 1,000 RPM, I want to say. So we're going to see here. Kill the cruise here. There it goes. About 1,100 RPM, according to the analog gauge I was watching. Okay, cool. Well, no code so far. Something I hear now that I'd never heard before was the turbo whine, and I think it's because I took that baffle, that styrofoam thing out of the intake. So yeah. Alright, we'll use this handy dandy little gadget here instead of plugging in the OBD II scanner. Let's go home. Let's go down to diagnostics. I think that's what it's under. Trouble codes. Yeah. Read DTCs. Okay, that was quick. Alright. Okay, cool.